There we go. Hello. Hello. Is activating the okay, yeah it is. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, hold on a second. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. There we go. Okay. It gave me some weird error. If I can try to hit the start streaming thing. Ah, shit. Okay. Fucked up again. Okay. Hold. Give me another minute. Gotta fiddle with the windows. Yeah. Here. Um. Yeah, it gave me some error when I hit start streaming. Oops. No. It was like, could not find the stream thing. It's like, oh boy, what's that all about? And then I tried it again, and then it did work. And it's like, oh, that's what that's all about, I guess. Okay. Um. Okay. All right. Nice. Turn off the screen blocker real quick too. Oh, I did notice also that Geek Getaway guy just started doing a stream to make fun of JDA. And I kind of want to see that. But for anyone who is thinking about which one to pick, you can watch his because this one's just the thing about streaming is that it's just easier to cover something to just like you can watch it later. You can watch my streams later. They're not entirely about interacting with stuff. It's up to you though. Let's see.
What a shame.
What am I fighting for?
Speaking of what am I fighting for? What specifically? Oh. An anomaly. In fact, it's right there. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about streaming today because I got a bunch of other stuff done. That was good. In fact, something very interesting is I got I did a sort of a sudden bonus video on Subscribestar. It's just like a short 20-minute solo video. Where I where the hell? Okay, you know what? Right there. Are these overlapping each other? Yeah, looks like it. So yeah, I recorded just a little bonus video, covering just a few weird. These are all overlapping each other too, aren't they? Yep. But just covering a few sort of weird little random moments from today. Whoa. Okay, there we go. Ah, come on. Shit. So yeah, any of our Subscribestar backers. Okay, shit. Yeah, Subscribestar backers will get a nice little bonus. Basically about it's just a short video about Riley, having this pretty funny response to how apparently he was defending John Malin on the internet but that John Malin did not appreciate it. And some weird fallout as a result of that. I don't know what that's all about. But yeah, that's on our subscribe star right now. Oh no, I'm falling asleep in the game. Should there we go. That'll help. At least a little bit. Let's see where this is. Okay, so it's this way. Which means I have to kind of get shit. But anyways, that's not why I was gonna stream today. In fact, I wasn't gonna stream today, but then I saw a bunch of clips went up on Alyssa Clips that looked to be of at least some mild interest. So I think I'll play through those. Is it right up here? Oh shit, nope. I hear one of those motherfuckers. There it is. Come on, come and get it. So in a minute, I'll start playing them. And they're a bunch of very short ones. It's like 1 minute, 30 seconds, 15 seconds. That kind of stuff. Fuck. Okay. You know, I really do need this, don't I? Was there? No. Those are overlapping, basically, aren't they? Okay. There. Is this what they... Okay, yeah. Okay, and then also this. Shit. Shit. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, another one. And then, okay, you know what? Better save. And you know what? Since I'm rooting around with this, let's just start playing the ones.
Shelly says, just us, you apologize for raping our one child. I will never apologize for raping your one child. Your child deserve it. They wore
Happy
a skirt that
birthday.
was too short.
Thanks for the happy birthday, by the way. Subberster. If you want to go to our Subberster and become PayPag, check it out at the links below. Yeah, it's actually a pretty good video. It's a pretty funny video, and it's something that nobody else is going to talk about. And in fact, it's sort of revealing something that I don't think anybody else knows about. In fact, there are people who are familiar with a lot of the people involved who are like, wow, I didn't know that about that. I know this guy, and I didn't know that. And it's like, yeah, it's kind of bizarre. I never would have thought. Shit. Fuck. Here, let me just... This one's 15 seconds long, so... Yeah, let me just play it again. This one's short.
Sorry, I was literally reading a comment that says I'm reading comments and dying inside. Just a little bit.
The Baldo guy DM'd me the other day. He's
That
like,
one's over with
he's
already.
British. He's like, hey, by the way, the Vibraldo's coming out. And the only difference between the Vibraldo, that's the vibrating Baldo.
Oh
He's
my
like,
god.
He's like, you have to have a really deep pussy for the Vibraldo because it goes way deeper than the Baldo does. But assholes, they're fine. You got tons of room in there.
Why does your British Baldo guy
It's
sound like
Aussie
Lost?
because I can't
Very
do.
wholesome.
He's a British
No,
criminal.
you don't get to say that's Aussie
Nala.
either.
That was
He's-
Aussie as
no.
shit,
He's a
bro.
British criminal, that's why. He's not a proper Brit. He's selling an attachment for your balls and then saying that if you try to put it in a vagina, it's going to be too shallow for most women. But if you put it in her ass, it's fine because there's tons of room. Back your RV and your Learjet into that spot, my friend.
Oh, he's
Hey,
like
John
a comedian.
Travolta, how you doing?
I'm like, this is what, like, I haven't talked to this guy in
Ooh.
probably a year. And that's what he's sending me. I'm like,
Motherfucker.
You know what you should do? Forward all of his messages to me and just let me respond.
I love this guy. He's the funniest person on the planet. I'm like, I thought your product was a joke. He's like, no,
He's so
we just
funny.
really want you to fuck women with your balls. Fuck.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird rewriting of the narrative where it's like, it's all funny now. Hey. But, yeah, it started off with like, hey, can I promote this? And now it's like, oh, it's just a joke product. Which, that's a very easy and convenient excuse to hide behind, even if it's true. Yeah, there's, you could give Rekieta the benefit of the doubt on this one if it wasn't for everything else. Like if he didn't actually go to hedonism. Made one mistake. He parked. Oh, shit. Okay, no, I can't get this one, can I? No, you know what? And I don't care. Don't care. But anyways, yeah, he's gone from like singing the praises of the Baldo, and you know it's easy for him to say, "Oh no, I was only doing that ironically." Again, if it wasn't for the fucking hedonism stuff, that would at least be slightly more plausible. Oh, fuck, I just realized I went the most wrong direction of all. I went in the exact opposite direction that I should have. Yeah, let me just play the rest of this. Because it's sort of a string of excuses of like, oh no, I wasn't really into this.
Let me ask.
Like, why
you
is
this.
that your thing?
Let
Like,
me
why is
ask
that
you-
your? Who came up with this plan? You just have a penis that's perfectly capable of having sex with women. It's like, I just think you should probably put your balls in that chick.
But the ballgasm is apparently, according to his videos, pretty.
I don't believe it. I don't
You don't
believe. I'm
believe it?
going
Oh,
to
so
say
he
it. I
doesn't
do
believe
not
it
believe
now.
the ballgasm is real. Here's what I think. True
That means
opinion.
you've never tried the Baldo?
No, I've tried the ball. I've just not achieved ballgasm. Here's why.
Okay,
I'm gonna say
fair.
right now.
Fair.
Candid response. This is not any commentary on anything. Look, the Baldo is a weird implement. It's a very strange thing. You have to get over the
Yeah.
comedy of it, which is why I don't think it's something you can use
The
in a random
comedy of
encounter.
it.
Like if you go and hire some Australian whore, and you're like, "Hello."
Oh, that's probably the best time to try it.
No,
actually.
don't do it. It's weird. It's too weird. You need trust. You need all this stuff. You need like, trust me,
Okay.
because otherwise she's gonna die laughing.
Rekieta's suddenly
Not my
turned on the
problem.
product.
It is
They
your
didn't
problem.
pay.
Oh,
Anyway,
there's no issue
You
with
act-
little necrophilia, but
You act like it's
Is this they didn't pay the Baldo company didn't pay him enough for a sponsorship, so now he's like, oh no, this doesn't work. The Baldo doesn't actually work. Whereas when he started talking about it, he was talking about how like what he basically admitted that he used it. And in fact, somebody brings up a very uncomfortable truth, unforgivable truth here that will probably get them prevent them from being invited back on in the future. We'll get to that. But it's when the guy mentions Drex having a Baldo, which was one of the most famous things. And that's Rekieta gets really awkward then when that gets brought up, which is an indicator of that, yes, it was true. And so Rekieta tries to misdirect by very vaguely changing the frame of the topic.
It's the first time a girl's ever laughed their ass off while I was trying to have sex with her.
look, that's not my experience. It's yours. I'm just saying. So when you
Sex
engage
toys
the
sound like-
Baldo, and
sure
you have
it
to get
does.
over the laughter first, and then you have to get into this stage. I think that the ballgasm is a myth because the shaft, right, lays on the clitoris of the woman while you're using Baldo. Like that's just what it does. There's no way around it. That's the mechanics of it. If you're in missionary position, that's the
I
mechanics
was
of it.
going to say. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, what I think the ballgasm actually is, I think it is from shorter men being literally stimulated by the rubbing sensation of the
Penis on
of
the
being
clit.
of being pressed against the clitoris. I think that's what it is. And they're like, oh, because he told me, he's like, ballgasms are only achieved by 50% of men. And I'm like, oh.
Still 50% more than women.
Okay. No, I get it now. Because 50% of men are going to be average or below, right? Like that's
Nick gave his guests
reason
nothing on that joke.
why
that
this
he
ballgasm, which is
threw in.
actually just the stimulated part of, the underside of the penis right below the head, right? Like it's that is being stimulated for these guys. And so therefore they're having
the frenulum.
Yeah, they're having frenulum stimulation, which is the stimulation that will lead to ejaculation. That's what they're having.
Attributing it. In fact, the most sensitive part of the male's penis, the frenulum.
It's the male clitoris. But so the frenulum is being stimulated, and these guys are going, but my balls are in this chick, so that's what it is. But it's not that. I don't think it's that at all. I think it's the frenulum stimulation. But if you're above some certain size, you'll then the frenulum will not be, it'll be stimulated very briefly, and then the erect penis will go past the clitoris, right? Like that's not a lot of room from where your balls are. It's like an inch.
I see what you're saying.
Again, this sounds like Nick had an actual, maybe not an actual doctor. I wouldn't be surprised though if Nick asked a doctor, "Can you have an orgasm with your balls? Because I've been using this Baldo. I gotta say, it hasn't been working for me." And his doctor's like, "No, it's not really possible. Who told you this? What's wrong with you? You didn't really believe this, did you?" And Nick's like, "No, of course I didn't. Haha. Let me go on my stream and make sure to tell people that I didn't." Where's the yellow one? It's going to be just a... Yep, that's even worse. I guess I will just do this. Okay.
I see what you're saying.
I think that's what's going on for a lot of guys. I think that's what it is. I don't think the ballgasm is an actual thing. I do not think the balls themselves have sufficient nerve receptors that are attuned to sexuality to actually produce an orgasm. That's my theory.
At the risk of
I'm not a scientist.
At the risk of increasing the gay rumors between me and Drex, Drex had one, right?
I don't know. I don't think he's ever even used it. I think he's.
But he had one.
Nick flustered.
He left it at your house.
Shook.
Oh, he had a Baldo, but he never used the Baldo.
Rattled
I'm saying
Rekieta.
he had a Baldo at one point.
I thought you were saying he had a ballgasm. Yeah,
No, the Baldo. The Baldo.
Okay. The
Very
guy that
dumb
does Kiki
assumption,
Corner is
of course.
asking if we can please pull this plane up, okay?
Thanks.
Pull
No,
up?
he
I don't
brought
think
the
so.
Baldo. He
I don't think
like
that's
I
gonna be
laughed at it
happening.
on stream. He was right. He was sitting in
I
the
just
chair right
laughed at
there.
it.
I set it on my whiskey barrel that's next to me that holds on my whiskey. And then we laughed about it, and then he left, and I was like, "Why is this thing sitting in my house?" I hate this whole idea of show prep because it's like, well, I'll prepare these things, and people are like, "Why are you talking about Trump? Why are you talking about this?" And it's like, well, I don't know. You need some pretext to talk about a show.
I don't know either.
You need something to talk about. It's
But
weird
when
because
I see
like
her in
it
divorce
sounds
court
easy,
next month,
and it's super. It is super,
Alaska.
this show. Friday's show and this show have been two of my favorite shows in a long time because I haven't had to do any work. We just hang out with good people. We tell good jokes. We talk
is that
about
the criteria?
what's going on. Like with Joe, we talked about some really important
don't
shit.
actually need this.
But like Joe comes on, you guys come on. We just have a gas talking about some funny news story, and that's it. And it's like that's okay. It's super simple, but it sounds like you can do this every stream, but you can't.
Fuck no.
You can't
It's too
just
much fun,
invite random
perhaps.
people. Like you maybe could, but it'd get kind of weird and boring.
Fuck you, bro.
No, it's just it's like you can have these weird streams where something comes up, someone cancels, and you
Weird.
go, I don't know what to fucking do, and people come in, they're like,
Not
hey,
weird.
bring me on, we can have a good time. You can't do it every week though.
No.
You can't have a show that's based on chaos every week. Lady Logic's fantastic. I've never even met her. I would love to go to New Jersey and meet Lady Logic. I've never met
Again,
her.
his voice sounds really
she's only
rough lately,
graciously
and it's
allowed-
clearly not just a
She's
one-day
only
thing.
graciously allowed Joe to drive up to my parents' house when they were down in Florida. and I was down in Florida at my parents' house.
Something's going
She's
wrong
like,
with
yeah,
him.
Joe, you can. I guess you can drive out to bring
Nick
this
knows
guy
where the
in
clitorius
and
is.
grab him and go to a bar.
He
and I'm like,
doesn't
where are we
even
going? He's
know.
like, I don't know, a bar. I'm like, I don't know any bars around here. So he
Well,
takes me to
Vince,
this
you're
bar.
gonna
A
find one.
bar.
He takes me to this bar like 40 minutes from my parents' house. And he's like, I can't even drink because I'm on some hashtag Jewish holiday. But I'm like, but I can. He's like, I know. I'm going to buy you all the liquor. Instead, I get fucking hammered. Joe is stone sober.
What are the
There's
chances
this
of that?
random like middle-aged nurse there at the end of the bar.
This
and
sounds
she
very
starts
DSP.
hitting on us. And I'm like,
This sounds like a very DSP story where it's like other people were getting me alcohol. I didn't want to drink it, but they were buying it for me, so I drank all of it. Oh, what are the chances? It's pretty crazy. Wasn't his idea. Yeah, that's what I think. Did it fall through the fucking floor? You motherfucker. Here, though, you know what I wanted to... I spawned... When I loaded the save, this was in my hand. It's like, how the fuck? It's like, that's right, it got fucking teleported out. So, you cannot go... In 1.0, you cannot have a gun in your hand. It has to be not in your hand, or else it will just fucking disappear. That is pretty fucked up. What? What? No. No. Oh, no, okay. Here it is. Fuck. Alright. Here, play some of this.
like, Joe, save me. He's like, no, we're gay. It's so fucking funny. I love this guy. He's great. And then we got in
He
his car
loves
and he drove me
guys,
back to
huh?
my parents' house. I'm like,
Yeah, I bet.
how did you go the entire evening without drinking with me? What's wrong with you? He's like, God told me to.
Well,
So
you don't
the
know
next-
the Almighty.
No,
The
he
next time I
Fascinating.
go hang out with Joe. No, he did
I've
because it
never
was
told you to get drunk. I promise you
no.
that.
Joe couldn't get drunk. He was on his Jewish feast. Said no liquor, whatever it was. I don't remember what it was.
Shit.
It was one of those like it was one of those Jewish fasting times that literally said no liquor. So Joe didn't drink a lick of liquor. He drank water and he
didn't lick
bought
the
me
bottle.
all the liquor
He
of
did.
any kind I wanted at some random bar somewhere
the
in Tampa. I don't even know. We're so far away.
was
My parents live
impressive.
in St. Pete's. I'm like, I don't even know where.
Hold on a second. That was pretty impressive. Never seen that before. Don't even know if that means anything. I don't think it does. I think it was just that fucked up. But anyways, yeah, very wholesome story, of course. But it's funny that the guy didn't even lick the bottle. Nick Rekieta is shocked by that. Not even licking the bottle? What if I pour a drink and you just lick the bottle instead of me licking it every time? No, the guy didn't even do that. It was a Jewish holiday.
we are. And then this nurse is like,
Hang out
hey
with some
guys.
real
And I'm
Orthodox
like,
people.
Hi. And she's like, what are you guys doing? I'm like, I'm getting drunk and telling racist jokes. And just like, let me put my friend in a
Oh
bag.
shit, this guy's
You
dangerous.
need to go home.
Look out.
Right
Caution
now
tape.
and never talk to us again. He was so fucking funny. And I'm like, let me tell you about
Nick
the
would know.
Jews. Don't listen to this one. Because I'm about to say the funniest shit on the
Saw
planet.
Jews.
And then tell her why I'm black so it's okay. And she, like, Joe's like, no, I'm Justin Trudeau. You cannot do this.
Also,
great.
Also,
Nick, no, you're not as funny as you think. See, here's the thing. If it was actually funny, he'd be like, this guy's wild. This Rekieta, he's wild, but he's funny. But his friends know he's not really that funny. They'll humor him. They'll be like, oh, yeah, Nick, yeah, you're hilarious. Because he's popular on YouTube. Again, that's what it is. You can be the most unfunny person as long as you're popular on YouTube. People assume you have to be popular because you're funny, at least. It's impossible to be popular on YouTube if you're not funny, right? That's how people assume things. And that's the thing, is that, like, you know, that's how people are so often wrong. Often wrong, soon. They've been known to be called. And I guess it's unfortunate for them. Something goofy like that. Did I still need a toothbrush in that one zone? I don't know. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that place again. Okay. I can do it. I can do it. In fact, isn't that by the safe zone? Yeah, it is. I should be able to just go there then. I'll do that. Alright, here, play some more of this. So far, this is not living up to my expectations, but it is living down to them, so that's okay.
I have
When's the
dirt
last time
on
one of
you,
those
I
goats
think.
was a meal?
I think
You
that's what it
you
is.
definitely have dirt on me.
I think that's what it is. I think I have
That's
dirt on you, and therefore I get away with things that most YouTube chatters can't.
It's
get away
not
with.
hard to have dirt on
Anybody who's
Rekieta.
hung out with me in person for 38
You don't have to hang out with Rekieta in person in any way to have dirt on him. All you have to do is notice him. That's it. You instantly have dirt on Rekieta, which is more than his friends can apparently say, because his friends are not capable of noticing stuff about him. You know what though? I know a couple of his friends who, not that I just know a couple of his friends, but specifically I know a couple of his friends who do absolutely notice stuff about him and have said, you know, yeah, I don't know what's wrong with him sometimes. Okay, yeah, here, this is perfect actually. All I need is one of those WD-40 cans. I have a full thing of material. You know what? One of these would be perfect. Actually, this should go here. There, that's the food bench. Something. Damn. Let's see. Alright, more of this.
This has dirt on me. That's embarrassing.
Listen, y'all. Let me tell you something, right? We got
Forced
back from
laughter.
Nashville. I was talking up Nashville for a fucking month, 2
It's
months.
great.
I
Yeah,
was so
exactly.
excited about Nashville, right?
Wait,
We get
it
to
was
Nashville.
great? It was really great. Remember how fucking... I assume this is the same Nashville where Coach Red Pill said that Nick Rekieta's slatternly wife hit on him. It was either propositioned him for a hand job or a blow job. I think it was a hand job.
Bro, can you not?
Yeah, very sad.
So, that was
We
funny.
hang out for the entire weekend. It was awesome. I had so much fun. The
Never
day
would
we
have
get
fun
back-
with me. I'm not fun.
The day
He
we
must
get
have
back
fucked
from
Rekieta's
Nashville,
wife
it's
then.
like, hey man,
Had a good time.
you
A
shouldn't tell
gay
people we're
old
friends.
time.
They're gonna
Or
come
maybe
after
fucked
you.
Rekieta. Rekieta
Yeah.
and his wife at the same time.
What the fuck am I supposed to do with that? I've been talking about it for 2 months. All of a sudden I get back and I'm not supposed to say shit.
Imagine,
It's funny because he hasn't said that to anybody else. It's purely just he doesn't want to be associated with you.
Yeah,
imagine.
what does that mean? That he went to Nashville and is not supposed to talk about stuff that happened there, though.
Bro, can you not?
It never happened.
Oh, well. Anyways. $1 billion. How do I get my $1 billion? Well, fucking all you gotta do is just make an anti-woke comic. I thought that was kind of funny also today. Some interesting, some nice, actual positive tweets. I also listened to, that Sven Stoffel's guy on, he was on Killstream with Ralph and Dick, and it was you fucking artifact thing. I mean, anomaly. That's what I mean. Let's see, I'm right here, right? Okay, yeah. But, he mentioned, Tim Lim in Iconic Comics, because the Butch Killigan comic is being put out by Iconic. So he mentions that, and he, talks up, Tim. He's like, Tim's great, he's given me a lot of advice and knows a lot about this stuff. And mentions, it's like, you know, and I have the book finished. You know, as opposed to a lot of these other creators that are just late all the time. And Dick and Ralph is sort of a little, just mildly befuddled, whereas Dick is very awkwardly silent, because Ralph probably doesn't have any clue what that's in reference to or what he's referring to, whereas Dick most likely knows exactly what that's in reference to. And it's like, oh shit, I have to not say anything, because if I say anything, Ethan Van Sciver is going to be like, why the fuck did you back him up when he said, which Ethan has done before. And you would think you would assume, and perhaps make an ass out of yourself, you would assume that Dick would be fully aware of, Ethan behind the scenes, and Ethan's very thin skin, famously, hilariously thin skin. And maybe he does. Oh wait, this one. Anyways, here, you know what, I'll just, oh wait, that's right, the chat. Dude, just say the gamer word. Can I get $1 billion from telling racist jokes? Certainly can. Unless you're Eric July. It's a funny thing is that, Eric July, there's a very bizarre thing is Eric July is, went after people in particular for being racist, for not liking his comic, and then he'll pretend that he never said that when it's already been proven that he did. And in fact, like, who else would prove that? And I think it's very weird, you could say, that somebody like Dick Masterson and Nick Rekieta would so openly support, almost exclusively support somebody who cries about racist jokes, as they themselves are like, well, they're just jokes, It's like, yeah, they are just jokes, so, what is the point in supporting somebody who is more than happy to report people's accounts over them? Which, Dick hasn't done, but Nick has done, of course. Plenty of times. Constantly. Nick Rekieta hopes that a specific African-American creator who has openly deplatformed other people and lied about them, or said that they were left-wing then when they're the exact opposite, and with the intent of having them deplatformed and whined about racism and over what is clearly jokes too. It's funny that Nick Rekieta would support that. Personally, I never have and never will and never would support somebody who even so much as complains about racist jokes in any way. But again, Rekieta does. That's I guess that's just part of his life, is just saying that he does one thing and then doing the exact opposite. This will help. This will heal me. Yay. Joe Biden. That's who he's talking to. Joe Biden. Nick loves to give booty calls. Yeah, to guys. And then Coach Red Pill was arrested in Ukraine. Not a coincidence. Set up by Rekieta? Yes. The answer to that is yes.
No.
What? Oh, wait. Hold on a second.
Was this story based? Yes.
Oh, there we go. Make a pro-woke comic and make trillions. That's the secret. That'll do it. But wait, they say go woke, get broke. Which, even if it doesn't happen, after all, for years of claiming that Kathleen Kennedy is for sure going to be fired, and every time she's not, the excuse from people who want to believe it is, well, the guy who said that was right about other stuff. And it's like, if he's dedicating 90% of his time to the thing he's wrong about, then the remaining 10%, if he's right about it, really doesn't count. Because he's not just guessing. He knows it's not true. he also just knows that people want to believe. It's called the copium. That's what the kids call it these days. The kids these days don't know squat about sodium. Let's see. So yeah, if I do find something, instead of carrying it through, because I can't, I would have to shoulder it or put it in the bag. In fact, yeah, wait, there it is. I need to sell this. I'll just leave it by the Vano sign. That's what I'll do, if I'm going to sell it. And then again, my goal is to build up enough so that I can just stay out here and kill every enemy. Or something. I'll have to like keep track of that by like Xing out areas. Good thing there's a pen. But Xing out areas where I've at least assume that I've cleared. And it's a pretty pointless goal, but it will be fun to just go on the biggest fragment hunt, or the biggest mimic hunt, or just killing it, trying to kill every enemy, assuming that they don't just respawn on their own, because I know most of them don't. Most of them don't when you don't sleep, or when you sleep out in the radius. They only respawn when you come back here. Oh, well, hello. Why is it staring at me? How come the auto turret is staring at me? And who's manning the auto turret? There are no people. Doomcock source. Yeah, that's a just hilariously bizarre thing. Is Doomcock will just have a source on that is wrong constantly, and then people will say, well, but Doomcock's been right, and just completely missing the point. And in a way proving that it doesn't matter to them. It doesn't matter to the viewers. It doesn't matter to Doomcock. They know they will just be able to say whatever they want. And people don't even need to believe it. They just need to be strung along enough that they keep giving the ad revenue, which goes to Google, by the way. Google takes their cut of the ad revenue. Any kind. Well, there we go. Finally. Shit. This and this. All right. Yeah, let's play more of this.
Imagine having the
That's
hubris.
What I thought. That's what I thought.
Imagine having the hubris to think that I watched your show for 2 months before Nashville.
I didn't say you did. Y'all, he had his Mustang parked behind the B&E, and I pulled my Dodge Ram behind it, and for a half a minute, I was like, I bet I could drive over the top of that fucking car.
You definitely could.
I was,
can't
for
dodge
a half
it, ram
second,
it.
I thought about it. I was like, I bet I could just drive right over the top of his car.
How much fun was that B&B, though? Like, for real. How much fun was that B&B?
Amazing, bro. That whole weekend was fucking amazing.
Sounds like they're on The Bachelor
everybody
now.
that was there
How amazing
okay
was
with
that
being there?
B&B?
Like,
It
Don't
was
talk
actually
about
pretty
anybody
amazing.
who was there.
okay.
I don't think anybody
really
cares.
I got to meet a whole lot of awesome people.
What secrets are they trying to keep? Interesting.
And a bunch of people that I didn't realize were going to be awesome, but they really genuinely were.
Yeah, it's amazing, like, because you like encounter people online,
Right.
or you don't know them at all, and you get like a perception of them, and you meet them in person. It's like, holy shit, everybody online has this fucking wrong. Like, everybody online is weird. They just don't understand what's going on.
Oh, well, they don't understand.
One person I will
They're such
talk
weirdos.
about, and I'm going to go ahead and do it.
Especially about swinger clubs.
Me up for it. I don't give a shit.
Good.
Which aren't
Yeah.
swinger
Dick
clubs. He's not a
Masterson was
swinger.
there.
Of course,
Dick
people
Masterson
know.
was at the live show. He performed at the live show. Dick Masterson was surprisingly cool. I fucking love that dude.
One of the most
That dude
legit
was-
dudes you'll ever meet.
All weekend long.
What's
Dick
the surprising
Masterson
part,
was
though?
awesome. That 80s girl was awesome. All weekend long.
What was he expecting? Was he expecting Dick
Dude,
to
I
not
did a
be
pole
cool?
dance for you and your wife, and you paid me more than your wife did. So you know for a fact that you're not a random.
Can I call out a chat real quick?
call
Anonymous
it
says,
whatever you-
why
do
is
whatever
this
you
Valhalla f***ing on? Because, bitch, I'm your daddy. That's why. Fuck off.
Because
Whoa,
because
look out.
this Negro came to
They're
my
going there.
Airbnb and he has all sorts of dirt on me, and I can't tell him no.
Then
Sounds
you
like
look to
kidding
me.
on
I
the
could told him
square.
no.
Kidding
Yeah,
on the
you-
square.
Not
You-
effectively.
Aussie has
Nick,
never
if-
been to my Airbnb.
Nick
Valhalla's
invited
been to my
Cecil.
Airbnb. This
Well, that's kind of bizarre. That they're not saying that Cecil was surprisingly cool, or that he was cool, or interesting, or funny. That's one of the biggest jokes on them. especially Rekieta, is how everyone knows that they're just trying to pretend that Cecil is funny or interesting. The same way that people, I mean, it's easier for people to convince themselves that Nick Rekieta is funnier or that he's funny at all because, you know, it's fucking about, hey, it's lawyer guy. And he'll say, guys, Waldo, you put your balls in it. And it's like completely mundane observation about a thing that exists. People will immediately assume that that is inherently comedy. Shit. Don't have any of those. Fuck. Do I have to do this? I think I do. At least these are easy to get. Shit. You know what? Sell all these. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's see.
This motherfucker knows more about me than my doctor. And it's not good. It's not good. He just sends me pictures.
Wait, this is actually funny. Doomcock Sork's on Kathleen Kennedy knew that the next Star Wars movie was going to be about Star Wars. The guy's a real insider. That sounds like a joke, except I know it isn't already. That is unironically how it's like the next Star Wars movie. It's going to be about this place in the character. There's going to be, and it's usually something that's already been announced too. There's never actually any inside scoop that's never been heard from anyone. It's just that these people are such fans that they convince themselves that the stuff that is either public information is somehow, you know, breaking the story, or something that's not true is breaking the story. Though, yeah, wait a second. I need this. Go. I need more ammo for this too, and I haven't been getting any. Oh yeah, I need a replacement knife too. I haven't been finding any of those either. I need some of those. Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna sell this. What the fuck? Shit. Play this, but I gotta. There. Shit. Okay.
He just sends me pictures of various things.
50
Not even
bucks.
of me or Lady Raggeds. He just sends me a picture of like a lamp or like a recliner or whatever. It's got
A
a
Lego
9
butt
millimeter.
plug.
It's got
That's
a
crazy.
9 millimeter next to his head. And he says, "Bring me the fuck on, or you know what's gonna happen." I'm like, God damn it! I have so many embarrassing stories. Trauma.
You fucking mark!
It always starts right here. This is where it starts. This is the only place that it starts. And it's like, how does this always happen? I don't know, but it's funny. Savage Herbal says, look at the
Oh, that's
earlier
funny.
stuff, dude. You planted drama seeds way back when. Oh, I know. Like, and there's
He hates
certainly
the
been
drama, though.
drama I've chosen to engage in because I find it really interesting.
Hates
It's
that
just
drama.
funny, the incidental
but it's
drama.
funny.
I'm
Wait,
talking, of course,
it's
about
funny.
the new meta, which is Megan Fox.
Hold on a second. He hates drama. Hates being involved in drama, but it's funny. Are these things? Where's the fucking clip of? Can anyone tell me what's wrong with this picture? Anybody? Anybody at all?
Fox, Legal Mindset, and Kurt, which spawned as the bastard child from the Friday stream, which has just been a catastrophe. Just been an absolute catastrophe. It's great. Like, I know it's wildly
Too
entertaining to some
cool
people,
to
but
care,
it does
Nick.
suck because there's people behind all
Classic
this.
Nick.
Bogey says the drama happens because you're a drama addict. No. I
No,
told
yeah,
everybody
that's
on
wrong.
that stream.
Dead
We'll get
wrong.
into that.
How dare
I told
you
everybody
say
on that
that?
stream.
You're not
who was
allowed
gonna
to
be
super
on.
chat
I said, you gotta be
anymore.
cool, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll be cool." And then, I'm sorry, Kurt really kind of wasn't. I love Kurt,
What happened?
dude. It was. I'm not gonna
Dude.
like go into it. Basically,
I've heard about this war between Megan and Kurt, and I don't know anything. I didn't get to watch the stream.
it was really shitty. Like it was funny. No, I shouldn't say it was shitty.
Oh, it was
I was
funny.
laughing. I was laughing uproariously. I'm like, this is hilarious.
No one's
obviously.
having more fun than
But
Nick.
it's like, why are you like this? Like, why can you just not be on a stream with this person without losing your mind? But you know, it is what it is. There's a
It
bunch
is
of
what it
baggage and
is,
stuff
folks.
there.
Come on.
I don't want to
Don't you
revisit
know?
it too much.
All right, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I said I'm going to talk about, but I wasn't going to talk about that drama. I was going to talk about the subsequent drama where Megan had DM'd Legal Mindset, and Legal Mindset
shit.
has posted her DMs on Locals behind a paywall, which I think is a little bit sus. Like, I'm not sure why that's a good move, but you know, it's so fucking crazy. But it all starts on my show, and all I wanted to do, Joe, was have people talk about this this poor little girl who was abducted by a hospital because they said she had Munchausen by proxy, and then the hospital effectively, according to the jury, caused her mom to commit suicide, and then they awarded a huge amount to the girl because of what happened. Like, that's what I want to talk about, and then I get all this personal beef, and I'm like, why is this? Like, why is it always my channel? The Air July shit starts on my channel. Now the Megan Mindset, Kurt,
He also wants
Rob
to take
thing,
credit
like,
for that.
starts on my channel, and all I
He wants to take credit for that, and also ignoring that his only contribution to that conversation was making some kind of diaper fetishist joke, which everyone basically got awkward because the thing is that could be funny, but Nick Rekieta is not funny. That's a funny joke that Nick Rekieta completely bombed with.
wanted to do was learn about this fucking little girl.
It's actually not a funny
who's,
joke
treated
inherently.
shitty by one of
It's
the
not
biggest
inherently
medical institute.
Here's an important thing. He didn't actually make a joke. He just said diaper fetish. He didn't turn it into a joke. He didn't structure it. If Nick Rekieta was Eric July, Dick Masterson would point out that Rekieta is incompetent at structuring a joke. But it's Rekieta, so he can't do that. He should. I didn't make that decision for him either. That was his decision. See, I'm trying to
The
figure
country,
out, it's
Johns
like,
Hopkins
what the
University
fuck
or Johns Hopkins Hospital,
is this?
Children's Hospital or whatever. I'm like, that's all I wanted to do. And now this is happening. And people are like, see, Nick, you love drama. And I'm like, first of all, obviously, everybody loves drama. That's what we watch everything
Fuck?
for. But second of all,
So
I didn't
drowning,
ask for the
my
drama.
ankles
And
were
I
drowning?
asked people
The
to
fuck is
not
that?
have it before bringing them on. And they still had it. It was great. It's perfect.
The irony of the whole thing was, I mean, it was a very emotional topic,
He
obviously.
hates drama.
Watching Rob go off, I think, sort of set things off, because I know
I was
like,
so shocked by that. Someone said, stop lying, you wanted the drama. No, I did not. Like,
Yeah,
I will
Nick
attest-
doesn't
I
lie.
will
Nick
attest-
is
funny
honest.
when it happens, but I don't
No
want
one's
it
more
to.
honest
I
than
will
Nick.
attest that roughly
No one's
a year
having more
ago,
fun
I was
than Nick.
nearly embroiled in some drama.
Yeah.
And I was on the phone with Nick, and Nick said to me, everybody loves drama. And it's really, really great for the super chats. And it's like this shiny
What?
object that you're like,
Shit.
let me milk this drama for one more stream,
The
one more
quiet
stream, one more
part out
stream.
loud.
He's like, don't. And he actually,
For
he
shame.
said to me, this was a phone call we had, like an hour-long phone call. And you said to me, don't walk down the road because it's a momentary grift, which you're going to end up resenting that you got embroiled in it for months afterwards. And it was,
They're
it was the
calling
right
him
call.
a grifter. How dare you? How dare you? Nerds. Nick's diaper joke would have been gone over big in a bar in a bowling alley across from a trailer park. It's just an audience issue. To be honest, it would have gotten like a very mild courtesy chuckle even there. But it certainly would have worked better there. It would have been more appropriate there. That's what Nick wants to pretend. He wants to pretend like he's the cool guy at the bar type of comedian that makes everyone at the bar laugh. And the fact is, even to an audience of people who are desperate to please him, he bombs and basically shits his pants in public. It's Rekieta's version of the Ethan Ralph sharding himself on stream. And again, I don't think this. It's Nick Rekieta's own fans, specifically his former fans, who think this about him. It was very unfortunate for him. Not my problem, though.
It was the right call.
I have no hard feelings about anybody on there. I'm a little frustrated because I told the people who I knew would have friction that the other people were going to be on. They consented to the other person being on, and and I think that Kurt was a little out of line on that.
Oh no.
On that, I'm
Not out
more
of
on
line.
Megan's. Like, I understand Kurt and Rob's position of the legality, but I said on the stream, and I still stand firm by this. Megan's not a lawyer. Megan's talking as a juror, and I think that juror perspective is really, really valuable. And I think lawyers might overlook it sometimes, which is why, by the way, law firms hire people to create fake juries,
and they run mock trials, and they do that sort of thing to gather what exactly people are going to react.
Once the shit started to fly, I attempted to defuse it. It took a minute. It did get diffused. Everybody was cool by the end of it. Everybody cooled down. That's how it goes. But it's like there's still this very
Nick the
significant
Peacemaker
underlying feeling, I think, between Kurt and Megan. I didn't really know that there was as much between Megan and Rob. I had suspicions there was a little bit, but I didn't think it was a big deal. And I had talked to both. The only two people who were named in that stream on the description are Megan Fox and Rob, because I know that both of them covered a lot of the trial, if not all of it each, or as much of it as they could. It's 12 weeks. Fucking kill me. They covered it. I wanted their perspectives on it. I respect both of them. I love both of them, and things were going well. But then we got into this dispute between the lay perspective and the law perspective. And the law perspective has a ton of value for education, a ton of value for advocacy, but the lay
which fat old gray-haired droopy-looking loser guy is Kurt. I mean, do you know how little that
perspective
narrows
is
it
the
down?
one that makes the decisions in a jury, and I think that that's also massively valuable. And I think that Kurt and Rob.
That's another thing about the Gen X boomer, the eternal boomer that is the Gen X boomer, is that their exposure to YouTube popularity. It's like being a TV star. It's like, I'm on fucking TV, mom, look at me. That kind of thing. That's what it is. That's what basically drinking the piss of Nick Rekieta can provide for you on YouTube. All you have to do is just make sure you don't bring up any of the accusations, or only do it as a setup for Nick to try to play it off as a joke. Just play it off as a joke. You know, black people been running around. That's not really a joke, Carl. But that's, you know, you have to make the right approach. Here we go. You know what, though? Knife. Shit, actually. Fucking asshole. Deserved that. Here, let me just...
got wrapped up in their very calculated and earned legal perspectives, that they didn't want to give a moment to that lay perspective. And they're like, no, this is the law. And I'm like, yeah, but this is a jury. And a jury has some duty to the law. They have to pay lip service. A jury just has to take the tip and put their lips on it and then walk away.
Oh, he's going
to
there.
The law. That's what a jury does. Like, literally, that's it. They just have to say, is there enough law here for us to hang our opinion? And of course, after you put your lips on it, you can put a hat on it. And then you can walk away, because now it's ready to hold a hat.
To put it in a non-gay way, is there enough of a legal justification to prove, to allow us to go through with what our decision is? And that's exactly what the point of a jury is.
And the standard of overturning a jury verdict is, could any reasonable jury come to this conclusion based on the record? And that is one of the highest burdens you will ever face, because almost always the answer is yes.
It's literally less than 50%.
You want to know why you know the answer is yes?
Because the jury did.
And it's not just that. It's that if it was that clear cut, it probably would have been dismissed before it got to trial.
Guys, like, people are like, oh, Nick, blah, 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 someone else. It's like, guys, no. I want everybody to succeed.
No, what?
Wherever they are and whatever they do. Look, I hit a winning couple formulas in a row by happenstance. The first one was the lawsuit. I entered in commenting about a thing that tens of thousands of people cared about, so I got a lot of views right away. And then I kind of struggled through, and I tried to find a thing that people look for. And then eventually I landed on the Vic Mignogna stuff. Hundreds of thousands of people cared about this anime voiceover actor, which I'd never
You weren't
really
friends with him beforehand?
And then you ride
And
that
I'm
into
sure
the 2020 election.
Nick will be like, I never said I was friends with him. It's like, so you became friends with him out of nowhere. Again, some friends. Who needs enemies? Holy shit. But it was so obvious to a lot of people, except, of course, Nick Rekieta's fans, and really just excuse makers. That's all his fans really are just people who are in a state of constantly having to make excuses for him in one way or another. His behavior, his failures, his hypocrisies, his lying, pretending that he doesn't lie as he gets caught lying over and over again. Not just lying, but innately dishonest behavior. Let's see. I finished the quest. That's right. So wait, let me just play this again.
Then you go into shit like Kyle Rittenhouse, you go into Johnny Depp, etc., etc. I didn't earn anything. Like, I'm just an asshole. I tell jokes. I'm pretty honest.
You're telling me.
And I just try to be a guy that makes people smile.
But not honest.
The
either.
Algorithm is what it does.
And again,
there's a bunch of
whole
people.
thing of acting like you're a comedian. The delusion that Nick Rekieta is funny is one of the saddest things, because it reveals the dishonesty of a lot of people who normally have actually, sort of made a name on being honest, and then all of a sudden, just because some guy is like, I'm a lawyer, and just as pointed out, expert jury knowledge from Nick, who's never worked in court in front of a jury. I see, millennial boomer. Yeah, that's right, millennial boomer, the worst kind of boomer. This quest, that's right. Here.
Who are funnier than me, better entertainers, better lawyers, or whatever than me.
Again, you're telling me.
All I want on this earth is for them to find the algorithm, but the algorithm doesn't bless everybody.
That was something that, yeah, interesting how Nick's putting it, but also at the same time, people who are funnier than Nick. Nick has friends of his who have actually said that it's just really bizarre. There's a bizarre situation that Nick is friends with people who think either that he's not funny, or that specifically they said that they thought I was funnier than them. And I don't know why they said that, aside from the fact that it is true, but only if you're capable of taking status out of it, which people aren't naturally. You know how it is, where status is the ultimate decider of everyone's opinions. But yeah, I thought it was funny that one of Nick's friends, at least, I'm not saying a bunch of them all came to this conclusion, but at least one of them was like, yeah, Nick's show was boring tonight. You guys actually did a better stream. This was a while ago too, by the way. Don't I not have one? I mean, at least these aren't hard to find. What I kind of need to do is swap out the pistol for this fucking thing. Might as well take it. Alright. I'm not sure how many clips are left. I was thinking next time I would do a stream, I'll listen to more of Antichrist, which, I started looking through the comments, and I realized the stuff I was mentioning, was pretty goofy. I was like, he sounds like a shit poster on Paul, and now that I think about it, it's like, what was I thinking about? But again, I've never read any, shit. I've never read any Nietzsche for real. The funny thing is, to me, is that a lot of what he was saying sounds like it is, has really, bled through to the not just the psychic zeitgeist, but a lot of people will say exactly what he has been saying because it's clear that they read Nietzsche. They're like, oh, I know this Nietzsche stuff. It's pretty good. So what he says and the way he talks, I mean, it's very bizarre and interesting timing that all of these goofy memes about Hyperborea have come up. And then I start listening to this thing, and he's immediately talking about Hyperborea and the eternal Hyperborean, something like that. And so I'm like, it's just such bizarre timing to start hearing that. That really made me wonder. It's like, fucking, how much is this all a cosmic troll in a way? But again, it just it did interest me, and it's like, now I want to hear more about this. I want to hear more of what Nietzsche has to say. And it's funny because it could be like if it was some guy on a message board or an image board saying this, someone could say it was schizoposting unless they actually identified that it was Nietzsche. Come on. Oh, there we go. Where the hell did it put me? Okay, well, actually, close by. There we go. It's weird how random it is, but all still always near this area. So let's see, I gotta find a spawn, be further up there, and then I always have to get past this. These sons of guns. Let's see. Saggy Ball Gang. Yeah, that was another bizarre thing about the Baldo, is that, like, he's talking to the inventor of the Baldo, and he's telling him, you know, you gotta have a deep vagina or just do anal. And Nick Rekieta is acting like this guy's just telling him this for no reason, because he's just really funny, as opposed to telling him because he knows Nick Rekieta actually wants to know this. And, again, a very convenient excuse. Oh, shit. There we go. Nice. It's easy to, and it is entirely possible that it is true that Nick isn't intending this guy to volunteer this information, just volunteers it anyways. It's like I have to pull back the hammer every time, but there's no... Where's the hammer? Nice. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, play through the rest of this.
Okay. It's all about timing, opportunity, and whatever. You could be the most skilled person on earth with the best videos ever made, and you may never hit the algorithm for whatever reason. You're not on the right topic. You're not at the right time. You're not releasing at literally the right hour of the day. You never know. Anyone who thinks...
This sounds like Nick is trying to make excuses for why his channel is dropping off. He's like, well, it's just the algorithm. Sometimes other people, because it's very funny. Take this and compare it to the stuff Nick was saying just a few years ago, like 2-3 years ago, basically acting like the only reason YouTube channels get popular is because they're telling the truth, speaking truth to power, telling people the things that nobody else will say. Then all of a sudden, here's some of those. Then all of a sudden, it's well, you know, the algorithm, and it's about when you upload, and it's pretty
Explorer
goofy.
30, log number 9-4.
30.
Before I forget, my name is Mikhail.
Hello,
It's becoming
Mikhail.
more difficult to remember every time I die.
Gorbachev.
And I've been dying too often. All of us have.
Not
Discovering
me.
the immortality clause in our contracts with the Zone made us
That's
even
very
more
echoey
ruthless. So many of the changed I knew are now just mindless beasts with no memory of who they were. I've had to kill a few of them when they've gone rabid.
I'm not even sure what that means.
I was afraid the same thing would happen to me.
You don't find rabid people in this game, you just find fragments.
We finally found a loophole. Turns out we can beat immortality if we die outside the zone. It's not easy getting out with the electric fence and guards on duty 24/7. But you just have to find that one sleepy guard.
This must be before all this shit.
A few hours of all too familiar suffering and your next death is guaranteed to be a one-way trip.
How would you know?
Did I say my name is Mikhail? My name was Mikhail. Someone's name was Mikhail. Once upon a time, he was a philosophy student, but for most of his adult life before the event, he was a con man. He cheated old people out of their pensions and young girls out of their modesty and their parents' money.
Why are you doing that? Or why did
After the event, someone who thought he was Mikhail tried to become a better man.
Big mistake. I mean, most of that doesn't match up with the lore of the rest of this game, so I have no idea what the fuck that's even about. It's contradictory lore. I mean, I don't know if that's like, that happened years ago, and now this is a completely different area. It's a completely different type of zone. Shit. You gotcha. There we go. Now, to get the fuck out of here without hitting another, you know what? Very, very earned. Okay. And let's listen to this.
Things that I have any bitterness or jealousy about anybody who's been on my show, who's received any success.
Again, that's another tell.
I hope that they all are more successful than me, because I recognize that most people out there, most lawyers who are on YouTube have more experience than me. Most comedians on YouTube are funnier than me. Most white people on YouTube like black people less than I do. Whatever it is. I am just a guy. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so fucking blessed in what I do.
This also very much sounds like a backlash to Null. Not a backlash exactly either, but specifically almost a remorse that he lost his friendship with Null, specifically the protection from Kiwi Farms that Null was sort of providing, or at least so he thought. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yay. That's a direct reference to Roadside Picnic there, which I've never read still. Kind of thinking about it. Nietzsche predicted the crisis of our times, good analysis, but no solutions. That's, you know what, I think very underrated is a good analysis, but no solutions. Nobody should ever be required to provide the solutions. Just noticing the problem. What the? Finally. Fuck. Noticing the problem at all, I think is, you know, I'll keep this, I guess. Not this, though. Although I could, yeah. Do I need an extra lighter? You know what, just in case. I'm gonna keep 4 of everything, although I think I've found out. I think I have figured out why shit disappears on me. It's because, I have it in my hand when I transport here. Although that may not be the actual reason. I could be wrong. Let's see, what else am I doing? You know what, here, well, just play through this.
I want everybody to have the opportunity to share the success that I do, and their success will never negatively impact me. It's only positive. It's the weirdest fucking thing on the planet, Aussie. See people like, oh, he doesn't want to see someone else succeed. No, I want to see all of them succeed, because if they get bigger than me, I can go on their channel and be like, hey, by the way, I'm this asshole who,
he's plateaued.
You like YouTubers or whatever. I'm not a YouTuber who knows law content. I'm a YouTuber who hangs from the dick of a lawyer, and then I troll over the Amazon and I piss on the piranhas, and I hope that the Aboriginals in Amazon love it. Like it's fucking crazy. Why would anybody be mad about this? I want everybody to succeed.
You said
There's so much money and time for entertainment for everybody. People get so fucking tightwad up and look, these are my audience. They weren't your audience, man. It was literally just your turn. It's the red pill meme. It's all that's way more true than any woman for guys.
That's exactly it. I'm well aware that at different times I'm a talentless hack, but I'm going to keep showing up every single day and just laughing at shit, people. So you can either come over and give me a view, or you can
very
just
scorched. That
ignore
sounds
me.
very
Either way, I don't
again.
care, because one day I'm going to get there.
Yeah,
it does what it does because of you, people.
I love it. 1916 is coming, motherfucker. Put it in your mouth.
That bayonet is sweet.
It is pretty cool. What is this? Oh, you got your little small penis kukri bayonet. That's cute.
Small penis kukri bayonet.
Yeah, it's smaller than mine. Oh, you want to measure weapons now?
Oh,
First of all, my bayonet's longer than yours. My bayonet is a black man, and my hammer is an Irishman. Fuck you.
You want to measure weapons, bitch?
He goes
what
there.
are you compensating with? Oh, you need 2 hands? You need 2
Again,
hands?
this is that sounds like it's supposed to be the basis for a joke, but it's just like, hey everyone, black man. It's like, okay. I've heard of the concept. I'm familiar with the concept. Where are you gonna go with it? What is the next part of the joke? You did the setup. What's the next part? And then that is the end part. It's not a punchline. It's not a setup or a punchline. It's not a follow through. It's not nothing. It is an empty space with just random words in it. That's what Nick Rekieta has basically devolved into now is lol random. Again, motherfucker. At least spawns always go to the same place, so I can just go to the same place also. I guess let's do it. Again. I think this is the last clip, thankfully. And
to use that, you need 2 hands.
Should be able to wrap
Guess
up
what?
with this.
This forge hammer would have made that and killed you. And then this 1916 Spanish Mauser bayonet would have impaled you like you were a fucking Portuguese woman.
You forget one simple fact. You have no shoulders. You can't swing either of those.
I can swing them once, and that's all it takes. That's all it takes. You want to shoulder shame me all day? I may not be able to swing it twice or maybe shoulder 3 times, shame. But all it takes is once. You know why? Because I have Asian accuracy, motherfucker. Asians are elves of America, baby. And I can see your future. I can see your movements, and I can see where you're going because you're going to order the shrimp fried rice. You're going to order the mugu gai pan, and you're going to order that motherfucking wonton soup. And when it comes, I'm going to load that bitch with COVID all over you. And you're going to be like, oh, give me that sweet onion broth, onion mushroom broth, you motherfucker. Polish, right? And be like, yeah, rub.
Any stand-up comedian from the 70s, but like Don Rickles would say, please stop thinking you're a comedian. You're never going to be a comedian. Don Rickles wouldn't even try to be funny about it. He would be like, no, I'm serious. You're not funny. Just stop trying to pretend you're a comedian. That's what you would do. That is the effect that you would have on an actual comedian. People who are desperate for a bump or for YouTube hits, clicks, clout, whatever the fuck, who will butter you up, will tell you that you're hilarious and give you forced laughs and stuff. But actual comedians, you're basically like that. You're like dat fan, and the thing is that you are lucky enough to not have to sit next to a Patrice O'Neal or a Jim Norton, because if you did, it would pretty much be over for you already. And you would probably have a giant multi-hour meltdown stream about it in response and be like, those guys aren't even funny anyways. Those guys have no idea. They don't get what I was trying to do. I don't think they understood. This is like the stuff that Rekieta has already done. This looks like a nice hallway of trees. Oh, so does this. Okay, they all are. I saw a spawn running around there. Fucking want to kill it. Oh, there we go. There we go. Come on, get over here. Nice. Good. I will wrap up with this. This should be the end, so I'll
play all over you.
So
and
like
now
sauerkraut?
die. Die because you're 75 and you have COVID. I don't like sauerkraut. I'm not German. Germany took us over because we're bitches.
These aren't even racist jokes. They're not even racial jokes. They're just racial references. It's like Chinese people.
Recording. All LibriVox recordings.
I thought I paused. Yeah, that was the last clip. Then that was again the beginning of Antichrist again, which I want to listen to on stream. I don't know if I'll do that tomorrow or what. I made a new clip. I actually made a handful of things today. I updated the Ethan clip about how he paid Liam Gray to false flag our channel and so on. I updated it with the stuff that really should have been included a long time ago, and that I've only now got around to getting, involving Liam Gray trying to blackmail Preston for our docs and that kind of shit. And then Ethan's reaction, where he was, again, very bizarre. I have never made friends with anyone, not even acquaintances, with anyone who would just openly say, hey, I'm in favor of false flagging people and false DMCA striking people. Blank artifacts. They want me to go there? They want me to go there. Where is this? Okay, you know what? This is actually... That's not too bad, I guess. Not going there today, though. Sell this piece of shit. But anyways, yeah, with all the, that stuff. I made, updated version of that clip. Scheduled it to go up tomorrow morning. Or, tomorrow morning. Let's see. Fat Australian in a hat the world didn't need to hear from. He went there. Oh, he went there. Asian joke. Look out. Hey, look out. Asian jokes. You know, Asians love Asian jokes. Unless you're just like, hey, Asian people. And it's like, yeah. Or like, Asian people, they love shrimp fried rice. And basically, you tell that to an Asian person, they'll be like, what's the next part? Come on. I'm ready. And with Nick Rekieta, it's like, oh, wait, no, that was the whole thing. He's not even good at the concept of a joke. He's basically the was it Friedman and Seltzberg or whoever those guys that did Date Movie and Meet the Spartans. He's Nick Rekieta is basically that. He thinks that a joke is when you just make a reference to something. He's like, hey, Asian people, yeah, they eat rice, yeah. What kind of rice? It's like, and then basically Nick just sits there confused that you are even asking him anything else. There, fuck. Oh, I need another knife. Oh, you know what? Get this out of here. There we go. Yeah, okay. Okay. Anyways. They have small wings. Again, that's, it's like reference of a stereotype. And that's basically all Nick thinks you have to do is just make a reference to a stereotype. And it's like, okay, yeah, we're familiar, for 50 years, people have been familiar, and for 100 years, people have been laughing about the stereotypes. What's the new twist you got on it? What's the new take? Where are you taking it this time? And ideally, the answer should not be absolutely nowhere. But with Rekieta, that's where it is. And I can believe that he used to be at least mildly funnier a few years ago. But it's the thing is, the point of that is just to prove that he has dropped off massively. Because if he's as funny now as he was then, that means he was never funny. Let's see, this is okay. Yeah, these are like fucking nuclear stamina recovery. That's how you could tell this is a better game than Metal Gear Solid 3, because this is the equivalent of like the instant noodles or the calorie mate, but instead it's just sliced pineapple, golden pineapple. Better game. This is a better game. Anyways. So thanks again for everyone showing up. Don't know if I'll do another stream tomorrow. I was gonna maybe chat in that other guy's stream where he was making fun of JDA, even though what can you say about JDA that we hadn't already said years ago? But still, I was gonna say something, but I wasn't subscribed to him, and he had his chat on subscribers only. I didn't even know you could do that. I'm not exactly sure what the point of that is either, because if JDA is going to show up with sock puppet accounts to try and defend himself, isn't that basically what you want? Is JDA socks to show up and essentially embarrass JDA on their behalf on accident? Which is what we've had. We've had fucking a couple of them show up, and they show up once and never again, because basically they get laughed off and they realize, oh, we just made JDA look really dumb. And so they leave, and we're like, hey, good job doing our job for us. But anyways, in this case, it's a good job listening to Shitty Webcomics. So thanks for people who showed up. Again, a very nice extra bonus video regarding some stuff that people didn't know about and nobody will be talking about. But it's got the receipts and that kind of stuff on our Subscribe Star right now. Really, really good extra bonus video. It involves Riley even. And you're never going to see anyone else go into that one. So if you want to know more about that, become Pay Pig. If you want to know the truth, donate to us on Subscribe Star. If you don't want to know the truth, don't donate to us on Subscribe Star. Become a human again, though, and give us money. Again, thanks for people showing up as usual. Good evening, Gentle Spurgs. Hello. Hello there.
Was this story based?
No.
No? Oh, no. So anyways, thanks for people showing up and listening.
You come in here with balls?
Yes. We're able to do these streams.
Because of people like you!
Subs to stop. I love you, spammers. I love spammers. Anyways, so thanks again for cool people supporting us, giving us strange support. And seriously, though, thank you to our Subscribe Star backers. Very cool. Very cool. We very much sincerely appreciate that. Not just through Subscribe Star, but we have other people who support us through various things, just donating directly to us on PayPal. There's a Ko-fi link. Actually still have some Bitcoin laying around because of Bitcoin donations that we got. That's cool. I'm in favor of that. So anyways, thank you again, as usual. And see you next time. For everyone else, should have listened to Shitty Webcomics.